Hello, Marcus Lim here with my very first unboxing video of 2023, Batman Catwoman, hardcover by King and Clay Mann. Well, actually not just Clay Mann, but also Liam Sharp, but we'll get to that. Now, a bit of background about this. So originally, this was supposed to be in Tom King's Batman run in the Rebirth era, but unfortunately that got cut short at 85 issues. But he did get a chance to finish off that storyline, especially the relationship between Batman and Catwoman in this maxi series, 12 issue maxi series. And he's described it as his own Dark Knight Returns. Not that it's, on par with Dark Knight Returns, but it's just that this is under the Black Label imprint, and so it gives him a lot of freedom to be able to do the Batman and Catwoman story that he's always wanted to do and to finish that off. So this collects all 12 issues, all 12 of the maxi series. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And you can see that the hardcover edition that I have is actually the cover to issue number 12. Right? There's also a hardcover that has the standard issue number 1 cover as well. Right, but this is like the direct market variant edition hardcover. And I think this also includes the Batman Catwoman special, like this serves as an interlude in between. Okay, there may be more issues in there, but I'm not sure because this variant doesn't actually tell me what's in it. Okay, so I'll have to see what's in it. And I should say that the whole maxi series originally was supposed to finish in a year, right? 12 issues monthly, but due to scheduling difficulties and all that stuff, right, it took about 2 years for the whole series to finally finish. Okay, so here's the, I'll just take off the jacket. Alright, so wrap around, just like the issue number 12 was also a wrap around. Okay, alright, so here's what it looks like without the jacket. Alright, so let's get into it. Batman Catwoman. So here's the contents. Batman Catwoman, so all 12 issues. So it actually does have an extra issue, which is this Batman Annual number 2, which is this one over here. Okay, it's called That Night's Last Rites, right? It's about Batman and Catwoman's first date, and then also onward to the future, where we see that they've all grown they've both grown old together, got married, and then Bruce Wayne dies, right? That's in the far future. Yeah, so that's why this is included, right? Because one part of this story also takes place in the far future. Detective Comics number 1027, which is interesting. Wonder which one is that, because that one is a collection of stories. So I think there is just one story in that collection. And then there's the Catwoman 80th Anniversary 100-page Super Spectacular, and also the Batman Catwoman special, which I mentioned just now, which is this one over here. Okay, so let's have a look. So issue number 1. Okay, so yeah, just flipping through it, and as I mentioned, right, so this Yeah, so the story has 3 parts to it. 3 different stories that are, that all somehow connected, but they all take place in 3 different timelines. Okay, so there's a timeline. One of them is set in the past, where we've got Catwoman and Joker are like pals or something, or friends, which is a little bit weird. And then there's this future one, which has actually the daughter of Batman and Catwoman, right? Daughter of Bruce Wayne and Selina Kyle, Helena, who's the new Batwoman in the far future. Okay, and then there's the present. The present is the one that introduces the Phantasm character, which, if you know, is originally from the Batman animated movie Mask of the Phantasm, but now the character Andrea Beaumont is introduced into this storyline. So we've got 3 stories happening at the same time, and they sort of like, cut. Tom King likes to cut between these 3 storylines every few pages. Sometimes even in the space of 1 page, we have all 3 like stories from all 3 timelines happening at the same time, which is like pretty cool. But at the same time, it can also be jarring and somewhat confusing as well. Okay, because sometimes it's like, which timeline am I looking at now? Okay, I should also mention that halfway through issue number 7, right, Liam Sharp takes over the art duties for, I think, 3 issues, like issue 7, 8, and 9, which is, Liam Sharp obviously is a great artist and stuff, but it would have been nice for Clay Mann, the main artist, to like do all the issues, right? And I guess maybe just couldn't keep up with the schedule. Although ironically, this series was originally delayed just so they could get enough time for Clay Mann to do all the issues, but unfortunately that didn't work out, and so Liam Sharp had to do these 3 issues sort of like as a fill-in, 7, 8, and 9. Still does a really awesome job here. But in any case, here, so as we get to the end, Clay Mann comes back for the last 3 issues, 10, 11, 12. Okay, and as I mentioned, right, it can be a bit jarring and a bit frustrating sometimes, especially when you don't know like which timeline you're looking at, and just because the scheduling was so erratic when the single issues came out, and so being able to read it now in one single sitting, right, that definitely should help. So here's the final issue 12, where we finally get to see the wedding that we never got to see in Tom King's original run, right? We even have an appearance from Clark and Lois, the 2 of them, the pair, Bruce, Selina, Clark and Lois, and this is sort of like a nod to Batman 37, where they went on this double date, right? Bruce, Selina, Superman, and Lois. So it's a nice sort of nod back to Tom King and Clay Mann's double date issue. And finally we get the wedding that we never got. In fact, the wedding actually happens, I think I slipped past it. Did I slip past it? But it was at a Oh, here it is. Batman Chapel or something, right? Because if you recall, back in Batman number 50, they made a big deal out of the wedding, right? The Batman wedding album. But at the end, what happened was they went their separate ways. The wedding never happened. So it was a bit of a fake out, right? And so here, it's like a do-over. We get to see the wedding that we never got. So that's the main story. So Tales from the World of Batman, Catwoman. This one is from the annual, okay? So the Batman annual number 2, which is this one. And it's nice that they included this one, this issue in this volume, because it's definitely related, right? This is about their first date, and it also, you know, first date, and also finally get to the end. What is interesting, this is from the Detective Comics 1027. Okay, so this is the story from 1027. And then what have we got here? Yeah, so that's interesting. They sort of put that in between, like, the pages of the annual, right? Because here we've got the annual, right? The ending. So yeah, okay, that's interesting how they put those two together. And then finally we get the Batman Catwoman special, and this is the last, well, short. John Paul Leon, right, did the artwork, and sadly he passed away in 2021. So this is like his last Batman work, I'd say. But this is a nice, yeah, it tracks through Selina's life through a series of Christmas memories. You know, from her young girl as an orphan to cat burglar to eventually mom to huntress, right? Yeah, okay. And then how she eventually met her fate. So those are the stories, and we got the variant covers now. Design gallery as well. So all these variants, right? Like, it's all not listed here. There's a retailer variant cover, all kinds of variant covers. I mean, there's a lot of them. These are all from number 1, by the way. And then there's a number 2 variant, number 2 variant, number 3 variant, number 3 variant, number 4, number 4, number 5, number 5, number 6, number 6, 7, 7, 8. No, that's 8, that's 9. That's 9. And 10, 10, 11, 11, 12. Special number 1 variant. Special number 1 variant. And nice credits. Okay? Oh yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Credits is the credits house, which is featured in every issue, by the way. So if I flip through this, you can see that every issue has, you know, each chapter is not titled as a Christmas Carol. There may be some hidden meaning to it, I'm not sure. But, you know, the common motif is Christmas throughout the series. So that's it for this quick look at Batman Catwoman hardcover by Tom King. So as I was saying, right, Tom King, I mean, he's kind of polarizing, you know. Some fans just don't like his style, like his non-linear storytelling technique where he likes to jump between times. But you know, like, if you, yeah, you just give it some patience, and I think it's worth it, right? It's just good to see how his vision for the whole Batman Catwoman relationship unfolds and concludes, right? And also, yeah, there's definitely some genuinely heartwarming moments in the last issue as well. I hope you enjoyed this look at Batman Catwoman, the hardcover collection. And please like and subscribe, and I will see you in another video.